step outside for any of the other speakers for questions for them. Okay? Josh?
It's good to see everybody. Such, told I can do that when I stand up here and everybody's distant. It's good to see everyone. Obviously, unusual times continue, and I have to say, I've never been so excited to put on a suit in my life. I had to make sure that my pants still fit, and I had to remind myself how to tie my tie. It took me a few chances to get it done this morning, but was glad to be able to do it, and obviously incredibly excited to be with all of us today to celebrate really what is one of the most unique, diverse, impactful gifts in the history, not just of this athletic program, but truly of this entire university. I can't tell you how excited we are and how grateful we are to the Atkins family for their continued generosity. From a value perspective, this is the second largest gift the DIA has received, at least in the time that I've been here, and maybe in our history. But this is a gift that will have benefit for our athletic program, obviously for our men's and women's golf teams, also for our Geese College of Business, our university, our entire university, as well as our University of Illinois Foundation. And beyond that, and this is one of the things that I'm really excited about with regard to this gift in particular, is the benefit that this will have for our entire community. For Champaign-Urbana, in particular, for the city of Urbana, for Southeast Urbana, as we talk about the residents who live here, the businesses who thrive here, we're really thrilled to have the opportunity to provide some stability and some enthusiasm around this part of Urbana, and to be great partners to the residents and the businesses who call Southeast Urbana home. In terms of just a couple logistical elements, in terms of the scope of the gift, again, it's all in the press release, but the centerpiece of the gift is the Stone Creek Golf Club, a golf club that was started in 1999, 2000 by Clint and the Atkins family, really the premier public golf course in this region of Illinois. The gift also includes more than 100 residential real estate parcels. Those will remain on the market and will be sold. So those are not coming off the tax rolls. Those are important elements to this gift, an opportunity for us to sell those on the market and to take the proceeds from those sales and divvy those out amongst a variety of different university units, including, of course, DIA, but also the Chancellor's Office, the Provost's Office, our Geese College of Business as well. There are 70 acres of undeveloped land in and around the golf course here, much of which has been historically farmed by the Atkins Group. That is also being included in the gift and will be under the auspices of our Office of the Provost. And then there's a sizable commercial parcel as you leave here today and head back out onto Windsor Road, and you take a right, and there's a sort of a triangular commercial portion there that will be for the use and development by our Geese College of Business. From our perspective in the athletic program, this continues our commitment to providing championship caliber facilities to all of our student athletes. Follows obviously with some of the other exciting announcements we've had recently, whether it's the Henry Dale and Betty Smith Football Center at Immersion Park, of course the Atkins Baseball Training Center, which we're incredibly excited about, and again very grateful to the Atkins family, the Martin Softball Training Center, and our ongoing work around the expansion and renovation of the Oven basketball complex. We knew that we have needed a long-term golf solution. I think, as everyone knows, we have one of the premier men's and women's golf programs in all of the United States, and we've needed a place for them to call home. We've entertained a lot of different ideas. We've ran a lot of different concepts through consideration, including building our own and trying to acquire one. And as Stone Creek became available, that option was one that we felt we needed to provide significant due diligence to, and as we extended our conversations with Spencer and the Atkins family, realized that this was just an unbelievable opportunity for the men's and women's programs here at the university. A couple other logistical elements. We do plan to rename the course as the Atkins Golf Club here at the University of Illinois in honor of the incredible generosity being shown by the Atkins family here. That will be pending our Board of Trustees approval at their July meeting. The course will remain closed for the remainder of this year. We will reopen in the spring of 2021 under the new banner. Excited about that grand reopening, but we'll take the rest of this year to make some adjustments to the course, to make some changes here to the buildings, and get everything ready for this relaunch next spring. We do anticipate that we will have a restaurant here in one of these buildings, if not both of them, that will continue to provide tax revenue as well, and so we're excited about that, and we think that will continue to add to the atmosphere here at the Atkins Golf Club as we look towards that reopening date next year. A lot of people to thank. This is a gift that has, as you would imagine, with all the layers, taken a lot of attention from many people at the university and across the community, and we're very thankful to so many of them. Chancellor Jones has been good enough to join us today. He's been a huge proponent of this project from the outset. Our provost, Andreas Cangilaris, has been also involved. Our Vice Chancellor, Barry Benson, Jim Morris here, the President of our University of Illinois Foundation. Grateful to Jim and their partnership on another meaningful gift for the university. The City of Urbana has been fantastic, and again, Diane Marlin, the Mayor of Urbana, is good enough to join us today to share some thoughts. Jeff Brown, the Dean of the Geese College of Business. I'm a very proud alumnus of our College of Business, and he continues to lead and represent us very well in what I think is one of the fast-rising colleges on our campus. Hats off to Howard Milton and our development staff. Howard's sitting in the back of the room. This is our 5th naming gift over the last 2 years. This is also the 3rd consecutive year that we've now surpassed $40 million in new gift commitments, and Howard and his staff deserve all the credit for that, and it's been really an exciting time for us on the fundraising side, thanks in large part to his leadership. Susan Young is with us today. Susan's one of our executive senior associate athletic directors. She's our chief financial officer. Also, in a lot of ways, wears many different hats for us, but she's been working with a number of different campus entities, from our real estate professionals, our legal team, to really work through a number of the details related to this gift. Again, as you would imagine, with all the real estate involved, there's a lot of different elements to this, and she's provided exceptional leadership. So Susan, thank you for being here and for all that you've done to make this possible. To the Atkins Group, I see Mark is here. Mark and so many of his colleagues with the Atkins Group have again been tremendous partners throughout this entire process. Very creative, open-minded. It's really allowed for what, in my opinion, has been really a seamless and exciting process from start to finish, and we just can't thank them enough. And last but not least, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the homeowners here around the Stone Creek Golf Course, now the Atkins Golf Club at the University of Illinois. We had the chance, Spencer and I, to visit with them along with Mayor Marlin right before everything sort of turned upside down with the pandemic, and there was a lot of enthusiasm from them about the idea that the university could be present in such a meaningful way here in Southeast Urbana, and we're really looking forward to developing a strong relationship with them, making sure that this continues to be a place that they're excited to call home, and a place that we think can make everyone comfortable and enthusiastic about being here and about us being a part of their community. Lastly, I just need to spend a few minutes, as you would imagine, talking about the Atkins family. It's just, without any exaggeration, one of the most prominent names in the history of Champaign-Urbana. You think about all that they have meant to this entire community. You can just sort of work your way around, starting up by the mall and sort of going in a counterclockwise direction, and just list off the many different projects that they have been involved in. They have completely reshaped the way that this community looks, feels, and this is just yet another example of their incredible creativity, of their foresight, and of their true commitment to making sure that this is a place that we all want to live, that is attractive to young professionals, families, and their impact on this community really will go down in history without parallel. And so we're really grateful to them for being here. This whole process started with a conversation at the Pancake House with Spencer and me, but a lot has happened since then. This was back in January, and it's taken a long time because the gift does have a lot of different elements, and for a while there it felt like every time, I loved it when I would meet with Spencer, because every time we sat down he'd say, well, what if we included this? And we started with 10 residential parcels, and then it grew to 20, and then all of a sudden he said, well, what if we just, how about 100? And then the next time we got together, he said, well, we've got all this acreage that's around the golf course. Seems like the university could really be a great benefactor of that space. And absolutely. And so it really just was a remarkable process and speaks to the generosity of Spencer and Susie and the entire Atkins family. And the thing that I really appreciate about Spencer is he's a let's figure it out guy. He's not a no guy. He doesn't get scared away or intimidated by obstacles. He always is trying to think about ways to solve the problems, always thinking about ways to get things done. And that really, I think, reflects on Susie, on his upbringing, and I think is a great representation of Todd and Suzette and the entire family, many of whom are with us today. But I think, I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Clint well, but obviously this golf course was really his baby. I think it was his pride and joy. And I think they would agree that this is an outcome that would make Clint feel really good. To know that this was coming to rest with the University of Illinois, that we were going to be the caretakers of that legacy. And now to have their name on this golf course, I think is just a great way to recognize the impact, not just for this gift in my mind, but really the impact that this family has made on this entire community now for generations. I think that last comment, really the impact of the Atkins family on Illinois athletics bears some specific mention as well. And I think everyone remembers we were together in November of 2018, and again, in 2019, I'm sorry, 2018, and celebrating Susie and her incredible generosity to the new Susan and Clint Atkins Baseball Training Center, which remains on schedule, and looking forward to opening that up in late 2021. But that was just yet another example of everything that they have done to support this athletic program, dating all the way back to the late 1980s, early 1990s with the creation of the Atkins Tennis Center. Obviously, they've been incredibly involved since we did our renovation of the football stadium. They were original members of the Founders Suites in the 2008 renovation of our football venue. And then obviously with this incredible gift that will truly make an impact on this university and on this community for generations to come. My voice is going, which I guess is a sign that I should probably stop talking and sit down. So I'll stop there. But again, to the entire Atkins family, thank you so much. You have made an unbelievable difference today. It's a remarkable legacy for a remarkable family. We're incredibly grateful. So thank you